Hey guys, welcome back. This is Bernard from the BTNHD, and I am super duper excited about this hands-on with you guys. And the reason why is because my good friends from XOTIC PC sent me over, booyah, the MSI Dominator GT72 Pro gaming laptop. And guys, this is a beast. This is an amazing laptop for us gaming individuals. So let's get into the hands-on and see what's the deal. Okay, so what are the specifications on the MSI GT72 Dominator Pro G laptop? So it's actually running a 6th generation 2.70 gigahertz Intel Core i7 Skylake processor. It's equipped with 64 gigs of WDR4 dual channel memory. Has a beautiful 17.3-inch Full HD IPS matte screen with a resolution of 1920 by 1080 at 75 Hz. It's also equipped with MSI's NVIDIA GeForce GTX 980 with 8 gigs of GWDR5 memory. Now, one of the cool things about this particular laptop that I have, it comes with dual 264 gig Samsung 950 Pro M.2 PCIe solid-state drives, which is configured as a RAID 0 configuration. And it also comes with a 1 terabyte SATA hard drive. Its primary operating system is Windows 10 x64 Home Edition. It's also equipped with an 8-speed combo Blu-ray, DVD, and CD-ROM drive. Now, for connectivity, it comes with 2 awesome brand new adapters. It comes with a Bigfoot Killer E2400 gaming network LAN adapter and a Bigfoot Killer N1535 wireless AC LAN and a Bluetooth 4.1 M.2 chip. The average weight of this particular laptop is around 7 to 8 pounds. Retail price is only $3,000, but if you guys upgrade the memory, install another additional hard drive, and also upgrade your LAN and wireless adapters, it's going to run you off about $3,600 to $3,700. Okay, so let's take a look at the ports placement. So looking around the laptop, it looks like there's a lot of ports everywhere, on the left side, right side, and on the back side. So let's take a look at the back side. So on the back side, this is where we insert our power adapter. This is our Ethernet jack, HDMI. This is our Type-C USB port, and a mini display port. Now, if you have the laptop facing to the point that you're able to open it, let's take a look on the right side. So let's turn it to the right side. Okay, so on the right side, we have 2 additional 3.0 USB. This is our Blu-ray, DVD, and CD-ROM drive, which is awesome. And let's take a look at the other side. And the other side, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 additional 3.0 USB ports. It looks like one of them is a fast charge. We have our in and out audio ports. This right here would be our mic and our headphone jack. And this is our 3-in-1 card reader. Okay, so let's look at the build quality of the Dominator GT72 Pro from MSI. And off the bat, it is made out of plastic. It kind of a hard shell plastic material. The screen is matted, meaning it doesn't give you that glossy display. So right now I am filming and you don't see the camera on the screen. And the reason why is because it doesn't have that glossy feel. It does have that matted feel. If you touch it, you're going to get a lot of fingerprints on it, so most likely you have to wipe it down constantly. You have that glossy kind of plastic around the rim of the monitor, which is okay. Again, this is a 17.3 Full HD, which is awesome. At the bottom of the laptop, it is plastic, all the way plastic. You got rubber right here, okay? The case itself, the lid is metal. Type of metal is like aluminum metal, really light, but this is the type of metal, if you hit it, it's gonna leave a mark, definitely. It's not really solid. It doesn't feel solid to me, but the build quality feels okay. I mean, it's really heavy for this laptop, and this laptop didn't give me the one with the battery. So with the battery, it weighs about 8 pounds in total. So let's take a closer look of the keyboard and see what's what, because again, the keyboard is pretty awesome. It has a lot of good features with it. Taking a look at the keyboard, I'll tell you off the bat, the first thing that caught my eye is these little guys right here, because this is a first for me actually viewing a laptop with multiple buttons other than the power button. So at the very top, we have our power button. Right underneath the power button, this right here allows you to switch your graphics between discrete or UMA. Now, if you don't know what discrete or UMA stands for, now basically discrete GPU means that there is a separate processor for anything related to the graphics work that you're doing. Most likely that's where the GTX GeForce 980 comes. The UMA generally stands for Unified Memory Architecture and is not a specific graphics card. It indirectly refers to the fact that integrated graphics card uses the system RAM because it does not have any of its own integrated RAM. That's why the GTX has 8 gigs. Most likely you want to have the discrete mode enabled. Underneath this button you have your cooler boost. This allows you to increase the fan, which is pretty awesome, especially if you guys are playing constantly all night and your machine is overloading. You could just increase the fan to keep it cool. Underneath right here, this is pretty cool. This is the first for me. This is equipped to automatically broadcast using XSplit. So you have to set it up with your account, and all you have to do is just press the button and you're automatically live streaming with no problem. And the last button right here on the side is the SteelSeries Keyboard Manager. You press this button and it allows you to manage the keyboard with the lighting and control your profiles and all that good stuff. So an overview of the entire keyboard. Off the bat, I think the keyboard is laid out perfectly due to the fact that none of the keys are bunched up together, allowing me not to type in the wrong key when I'm typing. At the very top, you have your speaker systems right here. It looks like this entire thing is your speaker, but in reality, if you take a closer look, your 2 speakers are located right here on the upper left corner. The touchpad is pretty smooth, pretty nice. I haven't used the touchpad as much because I'm a huge mouse controller person, but the times that I used the touchpad, it was pretty smooth, no hesitation, no lag. You have your left and right click buttons right here. You are able to configure the sensitivity of the mouse pad within the operating system. If you want to just use that to double tap, you could do that. I like the fact that it has the full numbers pad key layout right here. A lot of these laptops, especially the gaming laptops, normally comes with the number pad. So how about the display? Now we are running a beautiful 17.3 Full HD. Again, the resolution is 1920 by 1080, running at 75 Hertz, which is awesome. And one of the best things I love about this display, it is not glossy. It is a matted display, meaning that it's really flat. It doesn't give me that shine that I hate when I'm playing with video games. If you're able to turn it to the side, you don't really get that glossy. Right now, my setup of recording this stuff, I have lights shining everywhere. And as you see, I don't have any reflections on any angle that I'm placing this laptop, which is awesome. This is always a great thing when you have these type of displays. If it was a glossy type, you'd have been getting all types of shine, and most likely you guys would have saw the reflection on my hand as well as my camera, but you don't see that with this particular display. So it's time to test out the boot time on this laptop. So I have my trusty stopwatch right here on my iPhone. I'm gonna press start and also power on the laptop and see how fast it boots into the desktop. Now again, keep in mind that it's gonna automatically log me into the desktop, so that means it's not gonna prompt me to enter a username or a password. So what we are going to do is 1, 2, and 3. All right, so it took between 16 to 18 seconds to boot to the desktop. It looks like I have a couple of services that kind of errored out, and the reason why they errored out is because I have no internet access as of yet, and I have no Wi-Fi. So that's not that bad. 18 seconds is pretty fast to boot into this laptop. So how about multi-processing and sound quality on this laptop? So I have iTunes right here with about 10 audio files, MP3 files, and I like to convert them into an AAC version. And I have my Handbrake, and I like to convert a MP4 file into an NKV file. Now this file is actually a 646 megabytes 4K file. So if we go to details, and as you can see, 3840 by 2160. So what we're going to do is going to go inside this path. So let's go to a source and a file. We're going to go into this path right here. We want this right here. Excellent. And we want to drop it inside the desktop, and let's call it final. YouTube. Save. And we want MKV format. Cool. So what we're going to do is select all these guys. We're going to right click on them. We are going to create a AAC version. We're going to start, and we're going to start our timer. So it looks like I'm multi-processing, converting 10 MP3 files to AAC version within iTunes, and as well as converting an MP4 file to an MKV file, which was 4K, Took about 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and that's extremely fast. So how about the sound quality? So I already have iTunes up and running, so let's pick a song, and I'm going to pick Darker Thoughts. So right now that's 18%, and let's raise it up to 25. Let's raise it up to 37. Let's do 40. Let's do another 50. Let's go up to 60. Let's go up another notch, 70. $80. 90. And 100. So that's the sound quality of this machine. I think the sound for my ears sounds pretty good. I did hear a little scratching in between some of the high pitches, but that's just me. But again, this laptop, the sound quality for me, I give it 2 thumbs up. So for another test that I like to do with laptops or desktops is image processing. Now image processing, I normally have about 32 images, and those 32 images range between 2.16 to 3 megs. I took all these photos within my iPhone 6 Plus. And I like to drop all 32 images within Photoshop. So that's what we're going to do right now. Let's go to File and go to Scripts, Image Processor. We're going to select that folder with all our images. So it's actually located in the D drive, which the D drive is actually our 1 terabyte SATA drive. And we are going to pick images. I'm going to save it in the same location, but I'm going to change the quality to maybe 12. I'm going to run an action, and the action I like to use a lot would be quadrant colors. And let's launch our timer. Awesome. And we're going to click Start and bring our timer and start that up. And all 32 images, image processors doing a quadrant color finish around 53 seconds. That's pretty fast for this laptop. So let's go inside that folder, created that folder called JPEGs. And there you go, guys. That's pretty quick. Now, I know this laptop is a gaming laptop, but most likely I'm not going to use this laptop for only gaming. Again, I'm going to use a little Photoshop and a little bit of video editing and a little bit of 3D rendering. So I have Cinebench R15, and I'm going to run the OpenGL and the CPU test to see how well this guy performs with 3D rendering. So let's go to OpenGL and let's run it. So Cinebench R15 test completed, and the OpenGL results are 73.80 frames per second. Now the ranking, it is #1, and that is awesome. Running a 2.70 gigahertz GeForce GTX 980 card. Come on, guys. This is definitely hands down the winner. Now let's run the CPU and see how well that runs. Okay, so the CPU, it ranked 4th, which is okay. You know, it is competing with some high-end processors, but you know what? 4th is not that bad. I'm super satisfied with the OpenGL and the CPU rendering. This definitely could work out for me where for stuff like Revit or Maya. Definitely works out for that kind of type of environment. So these are one of my favorite processing tests that I like to do on my laptops, and that is video editing and video rendering. The reason why is because I'm constantly trying to find the best laptop that I can render quickly, especially if I'm recording stuff on 1080p and also 4K. So I have Adobe Premiere Pro. So let's import that 4K file that we actually converted earlier during the video. So I'm going to go to my D drive, BTNHD 4K video. This is the one. We're going to import that into our bin. And I am going to change the view. I want to show you guys that this is the 4K video running 30 frames per second, and it is only 1 minute and 46 seconds, and it is the 3840 by 2160. So I'm actually going to right click on the file, create a new sequence from the clip, and from here I'm going to go to File. We're going to do Export to Media, and I'm going to change it to a H.264. Again, this is a 4K video file, so I'm going to drop it inside the desktop, and I'm going to shrink it down into a 1080p. So let's go into our presets, and we're going to go all the way to the bottom, and I'm going to convert it into a YouTube HD 1080p 29.97, which is close to 30 frames per second. The bit rate, we're going to keep it as 2 pass, and we are going to do export. So our video processing is completed with 6 minutes and 59 seconds, close to 7 minutes, and that's not bad, taking a 4K video file and converting it down to a 1080p. That's amazing results. Alright guys, so that's our hands-on review on the MSI Dominator Pro GT72 gaming laptop. Big shout out for XOTIC PC for sending out this review unit. So far, I'm loving the laptop. I am going to do a live stream on the gaming performance, playing a lot of different games, so check that out. But my impressions of the laptop is this. I mean, for the price, if you guys have the budget for $3,000 and you don't want to build a desktop machine, this would be great for you. I love the keyboard layout. I love the colors, especially if you're playing games at night and you have all the lights turned off. This is awesome. It's great. I love the display, the 17.3-inch display. Matted screen is awesome. They also have a webcam, which is 720. You can also use that as well, which is pretty awesome. The sound is great, as you guys heard. The sound is great, but I heard a little bit distortion, just a little bit, not too much. I love the feature that you're able to switch between discrete mode as well as UMA mode. Most likely you're going to be on discrete mode because you want to take advantage of the GTX 980 8 gigs that's built into the processor. You want to take advantage of all that. The fan boost is awesome, so if you press the fan boost, you're going to hear it. And I could feel it in the back, all that hot air just pushing out to keep the machine nice and cool. You're probably hearing it from my mic. You guys can hear it. You guys can see it. So I'm going to turn it off. There you go. SteelSeries kind of hooked up this laptop with their keyboard layout. I love the way like the keyboard is spread out. The layout is amazing. I love that. The keys are not all bunched up. I did notice that the keypad is a little iffy, meaning when I'm clicking on stuff and I want to drag on stuff, it doesn't respond quickly. So I really don't recommend using the touchpad for gaming. Most likely get yourself a nice high-end gaming mouse and use it that way. The touchpad is really iffy for me. I don't know why, but I probably need to go into the Windows and configure it a little bit more. The build, it's a little heavy. I don't recommend traveling with this guy at all. This is a matter of fact, let me step back. You could actually travel with it. You find a place where you want it, you drop it, you install it, you hook it up to power, and that's it. You just leave it be. Okay, I don't recommend putting this in your lap. All right, this is not a laptop that you put on your lap to play games. This is the kind of laptop that you put it on a stable desk, you plug it up, and then you're good to go. Overall, it's a great laptop. The price is a little steep if you guys are willing to pay $3,000 for the retail price. Again, it gets a little higher if you want an additional solid-state drive, if you want more memory, if you want to upgrade your LAN as well as your wireless card adapters. It just gets a little pricier the more that you want for this machine. Overall, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this hands-on review. Leave comments right below. Don't forget about hitting that like button, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.